Welcome back, everyone. This is JTM Plays, and we are finally back with some more Captain of Industry. This is going to be our third or fourth season or playthrough of this game here. The new update 4 Bridges, just released. It also came with a brand new DLC, which includes the new Tier 2 trains, which increase capacity. I haven't gotten to trains yet, but I have been testing out. I've been doing some live streams and having a lot of fun with the game. And so here I thought I'd start a brand new series. We'll create the playlist and everything so you guys can follow along. We're going to play the game as is intended with realism and all of the fun parts, but we're not going to play on the most difficult settings. We're going to play on the normal settings, but with realism on. That is going to be our go-to playthrough. And we're also going to play on the brand new map, which is huge. It is massive. It is bigger than Dragon Tail in terms of landmass, but Dragon Tail is still the longest one, which is preferred for trains. But the new one is here. Why don't we just go ahead and take a look at that? So select our mods and DLCs. We have the trains DLC. We also have the supporter edition here. So we are just going to continue from there. And then from here, we're just going to jump into selecting the map. So this is a brand new map. It's called Shattered Isles, and it is a sort of island map, which we have to build bridges to get to the other sides, that is one of the new features. So that's what we're going to pick here. This is the insane difficulty starting zone. I don't know if for the series it is a good idea to play on this starting zone. It is difficult. There are a couple of things that are sort of hard about this playthrough starting in this zone here, and that is getting to our limestone and copper early on. We have to sort of play with the terraforming, and it's a little hard. I don't know. I'm considering maybe a 2 start, which is a medium difficulty. 1 would be easy. 3 would be hard. So I don't know. I'm kind of wondering, do I want to start with the hardest difficulty here? Or maybe I just want to go to the easy starting zone. No, you know what? We are masochists on this channel here, and that is, we're just going to go start with the number 4. Now, like I said, I've been playing this on the live stream, so I kind of know what I'm doing here a little bit. Just a little bit, right? We're not the best Captain of Industry players, but we're going to play with it, and we're going to, get good. So again, here, Captain's difficulty. If you're not familiar with it, pause the video right now, take a look at the settings. Everything is just standard unity generation, standard impact of pollution, standard disease severity, standard everything. Instead of increase, reduce mining yield, which is not good at all. Yeah, so we're just going to play Captain, and then we are going to select Realism Plus Plus, and then we should be all set. So what is realism? Realism allows people to die from starvation. Vehicles can't move without fuel, and ships can't move without fuel and can't use Unity as a remedy. Pumps stop working if groundwater is depleted. Realism Plus Plus, machines and other maintenance consumers stop working when broken. Belts and storages units require power to function and stop working. So yes, we are playing with all of this, and also we're going to play with ore sorting. It's going to make the game really difficult. If we do run into maintenance issues, we're going to be in trouble. If we run into power issues, we're going to be in really big trouble. And if we run out of fuel, we're also going to be in really big trouble. Okay, we also can't quick repair things, so that is a thing. If we can't use Unity to quick repair vehicles when we're out of maintenance, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So let's get started. Next, what are we going to call this? We're just going to call this Update 4 playthrough, because I don't know what season we're on. And the seed, we're just going to randomize it a little bit, nothing crazy. This is JTM Update 4. Launch. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to try out the new bridges. I'm excited to try out the new trains. I hope we can get to it quickly. Since we're not playing on Admiral difficulty, we're going to do the very best that we can to get through this. And this time we are going to get to the end. Even if it takes me 100 episodes, we're going to get to the end here. So buckle up your seatbelts, and we're about to get started. All right, here we are. We are ready to begin. Now, A lot of you who have been regulars know that we are going to make a lot of mistakes in this series, and that's why we're going to be starting off with the goals and the tutorial here. We're going to go through them one by one. We're going to try not to skip things and get ahead of ourselves and run into issues. Welcome, Captain. We found the island we've been searching for. It was not on the map. Our ship took a lot of damage and will need major repairs. So let's get right to it. Here we go. We're starting off with a bunch of trucks here. We have about 10 trucks, right? 9? No. We have 1 tree harvester and 8 trucks. Now, immediately here, it says build a coal maker and connect it to the smokestack. That is pretty easy. Let's go ahead and do that. This coal maker here is going to be providing our coal necessary. So I'm going to put this like right over here. Right? I'm going to put this right over here, and then we're going to go ahead and get this coal stack connected. It's actually right over here. Boom. There we go. All right. So good. This is now going to be producing coal for us at the expense of wood. And our tree harvester here needs 2 trucks assigned, and kaboom. We should be good to go here. Let's also get a storage if possible. Do we have the ability to put down storages? Not yet. Not yet. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Good. Now, what's next on our little list here? We need to start harvesting trees. So we go down here to the forestry button here, and we select tree harvesting designation, and we're going to assign just all of these trees need to be harvested. All of them. We can't get to this one here, so we're not going to. All of these trees can also be selected for harvesting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so is that little one there. Perfect. Now, all we need to do is produce 8 coal, and then we should be fine. And then also we need to build a blast furnace and connect it to metal caster. So we're going to be doing that as well. We're going to be doing that right over here on this side of the map. Easy enough. We're going to do, okay, so we're going to get coal from here. Actually, we're going to need to truck things over anyway. So why don't we start with a little simple array here. We're going to get metal casters. We're going to get 2 metal casters. So I think that is the needed space that we need. Something like this is fine, I think. And then from here, we can get these molten channels, this is going to produce molten iron, which we can pull out this way and deliver it to right here. And then we also need a second one of these with another molten channel to here, and then that should be fine. Actually, this also needs a smokestack here because this produces pollution and exhaust. So we're going to give it a smokestack, and that is a simple iron smelting array. Now, what we want to do is we want to copy this and we want to leave it for later. If we press the B button, it changes into blueprint mode. So where is the blueprint mode? Is not available to us yet. So we could just do something like this. We can flip this and do something like this. And then that's going to get us iron. Once we can get some belts here, we can connect these belts here and here, and then put it into a storage. And then that should be producing a lot of iron for us. And so we've got 1 array here. Now, if you take a look at this here, this takes in 24 iron scrap, 6 coal, produces 24 molten iron. A single metal caster here takes in 12 molten iron to produce 12 iron. Now, what do we do with the other 12 molten iron that we have here? Because 24 minus 12 is 12, right? So here, that's why we added a second metal caster, which will consume the other 12 molten iron to produce another 12 iron, which in turn consumes the whole 24 iron scrap of 24 molten iron into 24 iron bars. And there we have our little array. So why have I left this one spot here out? Because we are going to be pulling out, once we start using not iron scrap, but once we start using iron from right over yonder, we will now then produce slag. And then we'll need to get rid of the slag. We'll get a belt later on. All right, we're all set here. Now, let's continue with our tutorial. What is next in our tutorial? We are going to collect that reward there. Now, we need to build a farm. We need to build farms. Now, we need to find... Farming is going to be very difficult. Why is it difficult? Because we are not going to have that much room for farming in this little area right here. If we look at our overlays, we can see we have our iron here. We can see we have our oil here, which is black, right? And then we have our limestone on this side of the mountain here. This is going to be really hard for us to access. And so we need to start as quickly as possible creating access to this side of the mountain here. So how are we going to do that? We're going to use this dumping designation here. And we're going to say, we're going to go flat from here. And we're going to press F to go down, R. From there, we can select F to flatten out and stay at level, oh, actually we went down a little bit too far. We want to stay at level 1 here. Okay, so from here, we want to stay flat and we want to go just off the side of the mountain here as much as possible. We want to stay on the side of the mountain. We're just going to be dumping material, trying to get to the limestone as soon as possible, because if we don't, then this is going to be a failed playthrough. We just need to go all around the edges here. And then once we get an excavator, we should be able to dig out a few of those edges there, which will be used for leveling here and dumping to gain access to the limestone as well. So as soon as we get to the limestone here, we can start digging and producing concrete, which concrete is going to be really tough for us to get. So that's it. That's all we need to do. We need to get here. So we're going to just start dumping our garbage and everything else on this area here. We don't need any more dumping designations. Well, actually we do. We do need more dumping designations. Why? Because we need to get up to our copper. If we don't get up to our copper, then we're going to be also in a lot of trouble. How do we want to get up to our copper? Now, it can be a little bit easier if we wanted to access our limestone. Perhaps it's easier for us to just create a ramp up this way, which will allow us to get up here. If we select a truck here and we select show overlays, show overlays, right? We want to see this overlay here. Oh no, we can't. It does says we can't, but I think that our trucks can get over here with no problem. So can our excavators, and then we can access the limestone a lot easier than filling in the edges like this. So I think that's probably the way to go. Okay, that's actually very smart. Let's do that. So I'm going to remove this designation for now. And we're going to start dumping up here, right? Because we can get up through this little ramp right here and start digging this. So the only real issue that we're going to have is getting up to our copper, which is up here. So I think all we need to do as far as dumping goes is grab this thing right here. Let's see, how do we want to get up there? We have to plan this out really, really early, because if we don't, then we're going to run into issues. All right, so from here, let's see, can we do from here? Can we go F and up the side of the mountain? It's going into the mountain there, which is not ideal. What if we go flat here, right? So we'll do that and then go F to go down, and then we can just go down onto the side about here. We can flatten it here, and we can go on the side to there, which will then allow us to get flat on the side of the, no, actually it doesn't let us do that. Okay, what about here? How's that? I think we should be fine. Or is that going to eat into our little thing here? It actually would. Maybe it doesn't. You know what? Maybe it does not interfere. But I have to be careful. I have to be careful. So I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to flatten this out right here. And then I'm going to go down. So if that's flat, then we can do one more flat here. And then we can just go down. Come on, let's go down to here. Okay, that might work. Let's hope that it does, and let's hope that it doesn't block this area here. All right, let's unpause that. Done. We have dumping designations. That's all we need to do. The next thing we want to do is build waste collection. So we're going to put that right there. And then we want to build the farm, which we haven't built yet. Let's make sure that we do. I don't know where I'm going to put the farm. Let's put our farms over here. Oh, it lets us put it where the trees are. That's great. Let's go ahead and do the next thing, and it is start power production by building a diesel generator. This is our very simple diesel generator. We are going to be starting producing, we're going to produce oil over here. So I'm going to put this diesel generator here because this is where our oil is. We need to gain access to that area, which also means that I need to fill in over here. How about we start filling that in as well? So we can get a dumping designation really quickly to flatten. Let's see, how much can we flatten here? So we could do this. Actually, let's go down a little bit here. Let's go down to here. And we could do that. And then we could go down, down, down to there. Perfect. And then we could do, yeah, we could do this. We could flatten out right over here. And then into or down this way, flatten here, into that, and into that. Okay, that should get us across there. Now let's do a little bit of flattening right here. And that should be fine. Okay, all right, unpause. Let's get going. Collect that reward. Let's move on. We got a lot of digging to do. I mean, take a look at this map, guys. It is just absolutely massive. Look at that. We got a bunch of materials over here. That is copper, that is iron, that is coal. And we can't get to it. Look at this. This is all gold. We can't get to any of it because we can't start building land bridges yet. But we'll get to that soon. All right. Let's hope that we'll be fine here. Let's make sure that everything can be built. Let's speed things up here a little bit. It is thunderstorming, so that's all fine and dandy. We are producing iron here. Not any issues. We're getting our iron scrap from here, as well as a bunch of concrete. The next thing that the game wants us to do is start producing research. So let's go ahead and put our first research lab right over here. That can be built as soon as possible, and then we can start researching. We also have unlocked pipes, and take a look what's available at this update. We can modify belt pillars. Finally, that is one of the things that we've needed for so long. Now, here we go. First research is construction parts. Let's go into trading dock as well. Let's go into maintenance. Let's go into mining vehicles, our little handy dandy tools there, into beacon, into concrete, into basic diesel, and then the captain's office. And then why not just continue doing all of the other researches as well until we get to construction part 2. So 15 queued up researches. We could go ahead and copy this and make another research lab so that we can get research done even faster. Why don't we do that and just get it over with? Collect my reward, research construction, and research trading dock. That's all happening as we speak, right? That's the order that I chose, right? Construction, maintenance, trading dock. Okay, maybe not. Oh, actually, yes. Construction and then trading dock. All right. Anything else that we need to do? We have our producing potatoes. Let's go ahead and queue up a couple more farms because I know that we are going to need it. All right, so that's 3 farms there. We're going to pause these 2 because we don't need it right now. I just want to have the space taken up from the start so that we don't run into issues later on. Now, we are not paused. We are at 3x speed. I know that there is a way to go even faster. If we hit the little plus button here, I think we can go even faster. Or is that not the case? Is it? Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is build an assembly, which should be easy. That is our assembly machine right over here. We're going to be building a bunch of construction parts. Oh, something else that we need to queue up and space out is going to be our settlement. So let's make sure that we have room for our settlements. We're going to go ahead and pause these 3 here. We just only need to build 1. That should be fine. Okay, we also need a maintenance depot. It looks like we've researched that. And then we also need to build the trading dock. Where is my trading dock? Here we go. We're going to put this guy right over here. It is, oh, look, take a look at this, guys. This is the new docking thing. As long as that green square is available now on anywhere on the map, then a ship can dock there. And then also they need to have access to any open sea canal. So if I were to do this, put this over here, and then land bridge and close off the exits, right? If I were to land bridge that, then our ships wouldn't be able to get in and out, and then that becomes a problem. But as long as there is access to the open ocean, then we should be fine to put these docks and shipyards anywhere. The ships will auto path to where they need to go. And voila. Now, what's this? Recover. The ship will be teleported to the world map. What is that? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. We're not fixing the ship just yet. Beacon is being researched. We're blowing through this research. Okay, let's get the next thing, which is a bunch of maintenance things here. Not maintenance, but assembly lines. So we're going to be building a bunch of things here, most of which are construction parts. So we need 2 assemblies doing construction parts, not vehicle parts, construction parts. Good and good. That has been set. We're also just going to go ahead and do 1 and then, oops, remove that. 1, 2, 3. What are we doing here? We're setting ourselves up for success here because we need 2 mechanical parts and 1 electronic parts. Why? Because that's going to feed our maintenance. When the time comes, we're going to need 12 mechanical parts to 6 electronics, which is 6 plus 6, and then another 6 here. So that's 12 and 6 to 1. And that is going to handle our maintenance for the very early game. Go ahead and collect our rewards. Don't mind if I do. Purchase concrete slabs for iron from the trading dock. Let's go ahead and do that. Trade with village. We're going to go ahead and trade with this village down here. And we are going to trade iron for concrete. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. That should satisfy our trading goal. Next up is iron ore mining. So we need to build a vehicles depot. Finally, let's build our little vehicle depot right over here. We're going to add this thing right over here because this guy is going to be producing vehicle parts, which we're going to need also. We don't need too many of these, so I'm just going to build one of them for now, right next to our vehicle depot there. Vehicle depot, construct a small excavator, and construct 2 new pickups. So we're going to do that there, and then build a mining control tower near iron ore deposit, assign a small excavator and a pickup, and then set it to mining designations. Mine control tower. This is our mine control tower. We're going to place this thing. Where are we going to place this thing? I don't want to place it on the sand. It becomes an issue when we place that thing on the sand because then we can't put things where they need to go. So we need to put that there, edit area, and then select this area here. We are then going to go ahead and build a mining thingy here. Yeah, this thing right here. Oh, that's right next to our farms. Yeah, it's way too close to our farms. So let's put this thing right over here. Let's see how far can we squeeze this thing? Okay, cool. So enable iron recipe uses iron from the blast furnace. All right, that is the next thing right here. We need to set this recipe. Now we can start using iron ore, which is less efficient than using iron scrap. We get 24 for 24. This one we need 30 for 24, and it uses more coal. So instead of using 6 coal, it uses 12 coal, which is not very efficient at all. This also produces slag, which is also a problem, and also more exhaust. So iron scrap, definitely the winner, but we are going to be running out of iron scrap here in a few moments when this abandoned communication station is finished harvesting. So there we go. Now we have, we don't have workers for this. Okay, that means that we need to build a beacon of all things. This beacon here is going to allow us to bring in immigrants. Okay, so very much like the Soviet Republic, we can just get people to move in and do what we need to do, right? Yeah. Now, this thing needs to be working so that we can get refugees in. Now, we do need to assign mining excavators here, plus 2 trucks, and these guys will start mining out our iron. As soon as we set products to sort, we're going to say iron ore, we're going to say rock, and we're going to say sand because we're going to be digging up sand here. And then we're going to say also dirt. There's going to be some dirt there that we need to handle with that. And then we should be all set here. Cool. We don't have any workers, which is fine. We'll get to that in a second. Now we need to do set digging designation. So this mining designation here is what we need to use to start accessing our iron. I'm going to tell it to mine out iron from here. This guy's going to come over here. Where's my excavator? There he is. He's going to come over here and he's going to start mining iron. Now, mining priority needs to be set here because then he's going to start mining all kinds of junk, which I don't want him to do. I want him to focus on iron ore. So mine iron ore. If no iron ore is available, go ahead and mine something else. Our trucks are going to be grabbing stuff from the excavator and delivering it to the ore sorting plant. The ore sorting plant here is going to accept all of the truck's input. From there, it's going to sort out iron ore. It's going to get sand. It's going to get rock, and it's going to get dirt. Now, for now, I do want to start getting rid of sand. So here's what I'm going to do. This right here needs to be set up like so. Now, we're not going to assign anything here. We're going to remove what can be dumped here. We're going to set only dump sand in this area here. Notify me if you cannot dump any more sand. Go ahead and do that. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that all the sand, we don't want to waste sand. That's for sure. That's number one, right? We're going to dump all of our sand over here like so. So all the sand that we're picking up from anywhere will be dumped right back into this sand pile here so that we can access it later when we need to produce glass. We can just go ahead and continue doing what we're doing. Now, our coal is right over here. I could go ahead and tell this guy to accept coal, but I'm not. I'm going to give this its own coal thing. I'm going to tell this thing to mine coal. And I'm also going to set up a mine control tower right here. This guy is going to be set for this mountain of coal right here. And then we're going to set mining designations because this is where our coal is. And we're going to tell it to start mining over here. Okay, good. Now for that, I'm going to need another excavator and another 2 trucks. Boom, all set. We're done. Now we do have a unit storage over here. This guy is going to be used to produce or to house our wood and produce some coal for us. So we're going to sell this storage here. You're going to request some wood from our wood harvester. And then from here, let's actually not do this for now. Yeah, let's not do that right now. Let's just have a nice little stockpile of wood there as needed. Perfect. Okay, now what is next? We're going to collect this reward. Now we're processing iron ore, right? We're doing that over here. Why are you not doing anything? Because you don't have any products assigned. That's fine. So we're primarily looking for coal here. There's going to be some rock. There's going to be some dirt. And there's going to be some, what else are we going to get here? Waste, iron, limestone, sand, slag. We might get some sand, but maybe not. That we're going to leave it at that. And it says auto assign products. Sure. We're going to let that auto assign products. That's it. We're good here. Next order of business is research and build basic diesel. Okay, we've done that. And one of the things that we need to do is over here. We need to get across to here. And we can't really do that, not yet, because this is where our oil is. How do we get across that which we cannot pass, right? We're dumping stuff over here, but it's not happening fast enough. Where are we dumping our garbage right now? It's being dumped over here. We're making a ramp. We're trying to get up top here. That needs to happen sooner rather than later. So that's fine. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Do we want to set a dumping designation like so? Maybe we could do this into the mountain there so that it fills in, doesn't leave any holes or gaps. Yeah, that should be okay. And then we can also just remove some corners here. Remove this corner, maybe remove that corner and that corner. And then we can just ramp up this way, right? Yeah. This might be a lot to fill in over here. So maybe I'm wondering if I do... Let's see, can we do just something like go down on the edge of the mountain here? fill in the edge of the mountain instead of the sides. I think this is better. Yeah, that's a better setup. And then we can just flatten out right here. And then we might be able to get rid of this line to right there. Maybe a little bit of this side right here. Okay. I mean, that might allow us to ramp up there a little bit easier. Okay, so do we have our excavator? Yes, we do. We also have our pickup diesels. We are going to run out of diesel here pretty soon if we don't do something about getting to our oil. So what is the best way to do that? We don't have any more oil access anywhere else, right? There's a bunch of sand here. There's a bunch of copper here. That is uranium. Wow. Okay, right on our first island. We're not going to do anything with that. There is oil over here, which is not that bad. We can't get to it though. Not for a while. So what we need to do is get over here. This ramp needs to be done sooner rather than later. We also have leveling designation, which is nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get a move on. I think we need to get an excavator, an extra excavator for our terraforming needs. So let's get an excavator into pickup trucks. And we'll use that excavator as a terraforming situation. And we'll do this mine control tower here. Bam. And this will be our terraforming thingy. Now, your area here is going to be this guy over here. You're going to come over here and we're going to do some excavating over here. Hopefully we can not disturb the area too much. Let's see, how can we do that? We want to dig for some stuff. Let's see, mining designation. How about we mine out this area right here and get some material, and then we can probably get across, right? Okay, remove the pause. There you go. Okay, this guy's already built. And we also have our excavator and 2 trucks there. All right, you guys go ahead and do that. What is next here? Process iron ore. Why aren't we processing iron ore yet? Where is our thing? We have a lot of iron here. I think we're still processing this ore. So let's move this to higher priority. Yeah, there you go. Okay, great. Let's get this goal out of the way. And then we need to focus on diesel production, which is coming right up. Build a unit storage, assign it to iron. Build a unit storage, assign it to construction parts. We need to build this unit storage. We're going to build this right over here because this is where we will be accepting iron. Bam, right? That should be fine. You're going to be set to iron. We're going to stockpile some iron there. And one more unit storage, which is going to accept... Well, let's put this right over here. Yeah, so you'll accept construction part 1s. And what we'll do is this guy over here will turn into a construction part 2 once we have access to that, which we just gained access to. That. Perfect. Okay. I mean, what we might want to do is just get an assembly here and hook that up right there. And then that would be construction part 2s. Done. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we'll start producing that. And then from there, we can start producing belts, right? Okay, good. Now, we need to research conveyor belts. We need to research concrete. We need to research fuel station, groundwater pump, irrigated farms, and crop rotation. We're going to put all those in queue and then call it a day. Let's wait until that happens and I'll be happy. Now, we don't have any issues with housing yet. We have 177 population. We have 63 available workers and we have 63 housing capacity. So we need to keep an eye on that. We don't want to overflow our settlement. We also don't want to have too many workers available at any one time because that means that we are producing or underproducing, overproducing food, and over-consuming food is the actual word that I want to use. Let's go ahead and collect these rewards. They gave us pretty good stuff, you know, reward 100 wood, 40 electronics. That's all really nice. All right. All we have to do now is just wait until we can access limestone, and we might be able to access limestone over here. So let's start doing that. Let's get another excavator, 2 trucks. We're going to go ahead and put down a, what's it called? Here, a mine control tower. Well, we're going to do this right here. We're going to edit the area. You're going to come over here. And then let's hope that we can get our excavators to access this area here, because I know that they can come up here, right? They can come up here. They're building that ramp. That's all fine and dandy. We'll access copper here pretty soon. What we need is, let's see, how are you guys doing? Are you making it up there yet? No, you're still not close to accessing my oil. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to take a while. A very long while. What I could have done is I could have... No, it doesn't really work that way. Let's get our excavator here. Let's get 2 trucks there. Boom. Mining control tower has no mining designation. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that you are able to access here. Can you go there? No, you cannot. Mining priority set to limestone. We want to, let's see. Leveling designation is what we want. Okay, so we need to cut through here, right? So where is it flat? I'm going to assume it's that right there, right? Now, can we do up? Let's just go with mining designation here, right? So yeah, let's go with this. You're going to go into here, right? You're going to mine all of that. We're going to go kind of down this way. We're going to flatten out here. We're going to go this way. Bam. And then that should get us to the limestone on the side of the mountain there. Hopefully that is the case, right? And we're going to go just kind of eat into that entire area there. All right, unpause. Now, can our vehicles get there? All right, so how close can you get, man? Yeah, where do I need to assign your situation? You can get here. So I need you to come here, right? I need you to come mine over here. But you're set to that. So let's set none here. Let's go over here. You can get there, right? Yeah, you can definitely get there. That's perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to need an ore sorting plant somewhere over here. I might need to get it up there, right? Maybe up here. All right, are you going to start mining? You can start mining. Mining designation. Oh, you can't start mining there because this is the problem. Edit area. Do all of that, please. And then unpause. Come back. Come back, buddy. I need you back here. Start excavating. All right, that's going to give us access. Now, can you access? No, you can't access. You can't get through that. That's fine. Now we can press U here to get rid of all these rocks, right? Can we get rid of these rocks? All right. We'll get to that in a bit. Our workload is very busy right now. That's not good. We need to get another ore sorting plant like so. Those guys are going to be, oh my God, those guys are going to be going a very long way to dump materials. I'm wondering if I should just get this up here some way, somehow. Yeah, we could do that right there. Can I move you a little bit off to the side? I want to block the road. There you go. All right, so we'll build this here, and we'll say that you... Oh, we can't do a designation yet. That's fine. All right, you're going to be limestone. You're going to be rock. You're going to be dirt, and then whatever other kind of material we need there should be fine. Man. Okay, I'm wondering, would it be beneficial for us to just cut through this mountain? Yeah, I think we could do this and then up, right? That might be easier than filling in all of this. We'll just probably need another dedicated excavator to do that. Let's flatten this out. And then we could do... Okay, we're still not anywhere near getting across here, which is not ideal. These guys are very slow. I think I need more vehicles. I just need more vehicles, right? Let's get some more vehicles right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's our capacity at? Capacity is 80 right now, so that's fine. That is good. Do I need to stop our beacon right now? We're capacity 34. I'll stop this beacon for a second. How are we doing for food? Actually doing okay for food. I need a storage for food, right? I do need a storage for food. Let's get this loose storage right here. And you're going to be receiving. Okay, you're going to be receiving food. I'm going to get another food storage thingy here. You're going to be then receiving vegetables, which we have not researched yet, but that's fine. We're just going to build that out. And then I want to put this over here, and that's going to be receiving garbage. And we can keep this empty. I'm thinking maybe I could get some storages here for mechanical parts and electronics just to have them as a backup. Let's go ahead and do that if possible, right? We're going to do this. We're going to put one here. We're going to put this here. We're going to put this right here. And this needs to be cleared. This needs to be cleared. And this needs to be cleared. And that's just going to be storage for our items that we're producing right now, because we kind of need them, right? We just want to keep producing. We just want to keep producing things. One thing that we're now going to be needing is concrete. Do we have any concrete left? We have 72 concrete. So we need to start producing concrete. And we can't do that not without the limestone. So what do we need? What do we need to continue production? Are you not accepting potatoes yet? Accept potatoes. Keep this full. Yeah, very nice. All right, how are you guys doing? Not so well. This is taking a very, very long time to do stuff. Mostly probably because we need fuel. We need diesel here pretty soon. I think what we do need is a, what's it called? The refueling station. Which we can do, right? We could do refueling station already. Let's see, where is it? Are we not? We're not. Yeah, we're researching fuel station right now. We've researched belts, which is really nice. We should probably start using them. What we really need to do is get this fuel production going, man. That is taking way too long. That's our fuel station, which is good. But we don't have any fuel, so we need to wait on that. Struggling to find a designation. Yes, that is. Oh, we just broke things here, right? I think it has to do with getting these stones out of here. How do we get the stones out? We can also remove trees and bushes and stuff. Remove debris. Control U. That's the one. Okay, that's what we need to do. We need to get rid of this stuff. We need to get rid of that stuff. And that has solved our issue. Awesome. Too many rocks over here. Get them all out. These guys can also go away. Okay, how are you guys doing over here? You're doing stuff, which is okay. We do need a lot of cars. Let's get some more cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. That's going to consume a lot more fuel for us. It's going to kill us if we don't get fuel production out and ready. We're finally at the other side, but we're still not moving. Yeah, we're still not moving. What is this saying here? Shipyard is overloaded with cargo. Let's repair our shipyard if possible. That's going to consume a lot of construction parts, which we don't have. All right, let's repair this. And I want to know why you guys, why do you feel the need? Waiting for products. All right, dumping designation. Okay. Unpause, and then I'm going to need to recover all these guys, unfortunately. Press U, recover. Oh no. I guess I need to manually recover these. Recover, 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 recover. I can't select this guy. Okay, he's gone. Finally. All set. All right. So, what are we doing again? We're still trying to get across here. There's so much more material here needed. Okay, what do we add? What if we add some more trucks here for our terraforming needs? Yeah, these guys are doing. You guys are going. They're going. They're going, but we still need to get to this limestone as well because we can't build any concrete. We're all out of concrete. So that means we need to go to the trading dock and trade, not iron. We'll trade some wood for concrete, right? We could do that. Yeah. All right, if you got some more concrete, that means we can make some more construction parts, which is good. We got electronics, we got, what's it called? We got mechanical parts, and we have some construction part twos. I would really want to start putting some construction part twos into storage. We do have belts, by the way, so that means we could easily automate a couple of things like this into there, this into here, and we should be able to handle that, right? Yeah, there you go. Okay, no more trucks needed to do that sort of thing. All right, we'll get some iron into storage. Nice. Okay, potatoes handling itself, and we're still trying to get across here to our oil fields. Yeah, maybe digging through would have been the easier way to go about doing this. How much more stuff do we need? Can I just get another excavator? Maybe 2. And do we have the ability to do 6 trucks here? We're going to run out of diesel here soon. And I have a feeling if we had that fuel station, we'd be doing things a lot quicker. We could build that fuel station, but we are 37 construction part twos. Let's see. Fuel station costs 20. Okay, let's get a fuel station going here. If we're going to do diesel over here, might as well put a fuel station right here. Okay, so we're going to put this fuel station right here. We're going to build this. We're going to give it 1 truck. Let's make sure that this truck can handle and deliver diesel to our friends. Give me a storage here. Okay, so something like this. Yeah, that works for me. That works just fine. All right, we can press U here to build quickly. We need a couple more construction parts, which will happen. It will happen here. Oh, we do have more excavators. Let's assign these 2 excavators over here. Yeah, there you go. They're going to go handle that business as needed. Also, can we focus on getting rid of the iron scrap? Not enough fuel for vehicle to refuel. Really? But we do have fuel here now. This fuel station is out of fuel because our fuel is where? Over here. Well, they should be able to get that stuff, right? I don't see why not. Also, you guys have what? What's the problem here? You're saying that you don't have access to what? Oh, I knew this would happen. How about we set a dumping designation? How about we do that, guys, so that we can get across and not hurt anybody? Are you guys stuck again? Oh, because of that. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's recover. Fill that little gap in. We'll make sure that we can cross. And why are we not delivering fuel here? Oh, because this is not assigned. Diesel fill. And then that guy will start producing our diesel. So pickup has no fuel. Oh man, we really need to get across here. Oh, we can do it now. Nice. All right, so then our mining designation is this is going to be another problem here, right? We need to do the following. We need to do leveling designation. But it is a leveling designation that we need to take a look at carefully here, because this is a problem, right? We want to be able to get to this oil here, but there's a problem because we need to be able to flatten this area here and not cause any issues. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we can do dumping designation and make sure that we can continue to access. We need to be able to continue accessing this land here. So I think that just needs to go like that, right? That is just strictly dumping. All right, let's see what happens. Let's go over to this thing right here. We're going to edit your area now. And then we want you to come over here now. You should all be able to access that, right? Oh, no? Where's your designation? I thought, so wait a second. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. Go do your thing. Flatten that out, please. Because I need to get oil here. I need to get oil here ASAP. Okay, they have made this access, which we cannot break. So as long as that's all set, we're good, right? Can we get oil pumps ready? Yes, we can. We can get some of them. All right. So the goal is getting 2 distillers here for 27 diesel per minute. Which, oh my God, that's a problem. We're out of fuel already. If we get this distillation factory up and running, 2 fuel pumps, 2 oil pumps to 1. Actually, it's 3 oil pumps to 1 distiller. So yeah, that's the goal then. Let's start with that. Let's pause this. Let's go with the following. Diesel. I wonder if we can just go and make diesel over here. Let's see if we can buy some diesel because we're going to need it. Coal, we have 285. We can do that. Let's do that. Let's get some diesel here. We also probably need some more concrete. So let's go ahead and grab some more concrete so we can make some more construction parts. There we go. We'll consume all of our wood for that. That's fine. All right, good. Let's see if we can get some more leveling designation here so that we can build our distillation factory out here rather than bring it over there, right? Let's do the oil refinement now. So we're going to get 3 oil pumps. We could do them right here. So 1, 2, 3, flip. Okay. Let's wait. Yeah, let's wait. So 1, 2, 3. Good. Into 1 distiller, which we can do right over. Let's flip this. We can do that right here, right? Yeah, we can do that right there. Okay, and then we're going to need some coal, which is fine. We could do this right here. So 1, 2. Perfect. We're going to pause one of these. We're going to get a fluid storage right here. Okay. We're missing smokestack. So 1, 2 smokestacks. Okay, we're missing liquid dump, which is easy enough. We can do that right over here. Some way, somehow. Oh, how about right over here? Yes, that's the spot. That is the spot. Now we're going to do this. We need to get waste out. We need to get diesel. Yeah, we're going to get diesel out here. There we go. And then we're going to get waste out here. And we'll do that. All set. Terrain is too high still. Okay, we need to still cut that down a little bit. This guy can go right here. And then we can add some more over here when the time comes. All right, all good, all good. I will allow that. Now we need to get oil into here. And into, oh, we're going to need a belt in there, right? So, okay, let's get a belt first of all, because we're going to need some, yeah, we're going to need some coal out here. So we'll get this belt there. We will get a coal storage right here. Okay, this belt will plug in right there. This will be coal. All set. We're going to be requesting coal. Nice. We're going to get this pipe into right there. Okay. And then we can get more dumping designation. That's going to be flattened out and we should be fine. Oh man. Okay. All right. Good. Now, the last step here is getting our oil right there. Okay, this is going to be diesel. And then we can just pipe the diesel out later on wherever it needs to go, right? Last but not least is getting our this stuff, which is, ooh, wrong button there. I can't undo that, right? No. Okay. Remove that. Let's try again. Let's get our pipe here, up, up, up. Drop it there. Can I move you to there? Collision with terrain. Oh, it's gonna make me have to flatten this out. Oh. Oh wait, there's a hack, right? There's a hack that we can do. Don't tell anyone I told you about this, but if you put down a mind control tower, for example. Oh, they fixed it. No, actually, they have not. So if I do that, no, it didn't level the terrain. Okay, let's remove this. For now, we can just get leveling designation. Let's try and get you out a little bit farther. That should allow me to put the pump out about up high and into the ocean. Yeah, I think it does allow me to do that. All right, so what are we missing here for this to get started? We have oil. We just don't have any more fuel. So we need to solve that problem ASAP by trading some more coal for diesel. Okay. Unfortunately, that was very expensive. 100 coal for 40 diesel. Definitely not worth it. I'm thinking I might need to take out a loan because we can do loans now. I don't want to get into loans so early in the game, but we're going to need it because we need to get diesel out here. So we need to get 240 diesel. We're going to borrow that for 10 years. And that's going to save our butts right now. Because all of these guys need diesel. And then I might need to recover all of these guys. Yeah, so recover, 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 and recover. Okay, unpause. Right? We're not paused, actually. So these trucks need to come back all the way over here. Oh boy, oh boy. Nothing is... yikes. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to access this limestone here by the end of this episode. We're actually almost done, unfortunately. But I feel like we've made good progress. We don't have a lot of iron to spare. We also don't have a lot of construction parts. But we have at least some construction part 2s, which will allow us... Also, our maintenance is looking really nice. We're at 97%, but let's see. Produced last month 110. But we can do up to 220, right? Yeah, okay. So we can do up to 220, which is fine. I want to get to here. I want these guys to do the thing. Also, why are trucks trying to get to you? I don't need trucks trying to get to you. Not yet. Can I do this, please? Build that out. There you go. Can I build this out? And do I have any more construction parts? No. Okay, are you running? You are. Nice, that's producing a little bit of diesel. That's what we need, exactly what we need. And then pickup is struggling to reach destination. I don't need you to reach destination. Let's say that I do not want export. And then I probably don't want import either. There you go. Okay, now this is producing diesel. It's got a lot of wastewater, which we can't get rid of yet. Right? Because we need to gain access over here. These guys are still flattening this area out. Are you... Let's see. Leveling designation. Yeah, these guys are still flattening that out, which is what we need. But I really need you guys to dump over here, not anywhere else. Why are you not dumping over here? Hey, come back here, man. Why are you not dumping over here? This is all set to leveling, right? Come on, guys. All right, I got to figure out where they're going. No, reject single product loads. All right, so where are you going now? Okay, you did it anyway. You're back over here trying to sort things that we don't need to sort. I need you to dump first, man. We're also out of trees? Really? You have trees. You have tree assignments here. That's not true. Also, these guys, man. These guys are really... They've broken this path now again. Or maybe I've broken it. Mining designations. Yikes. Dumping designation. You know, I don't want this. I don't want this. I think I need to fix this with mining designation. Right? I don't know how else to fix this. Because you should be able to... Darn it. You should be able to just go there, man. Why not? This is going to kill my run. This is really going to kill my run. Dumping designation. Okay, let's see if this helps. Oh, that's killer, man. There you go. Okay, so do we have access to this here again? Seems like we may or may not. We might be very close. No. Recover. 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 Okay. All right, can we get this dumped in as well? All right, there we go. That was very annoying. Okay, how about you guys over here? Why are you still not built? Let's build you. Let's get some diesel here. There you go. Okay. I do need to get... Man, I need to get this wastewater out. I mean, I could just ask them to flatten this out right here really quickly. Leveling designation. Can you guys just come over here? Not at 0. Come over here at 1. Level this out. Okay. And then from here, can we now get this liquid dump? Okay. Just need this one little corner here ready. You guys can do it. Come on. There you go. Oh my God, what a pain. All right, so now we can get this thing out here and into there, right? That should work. Let's go ahead and remove leveling designation here. That is sorted. Let's continue leveling designation. I guess over here. Let's make this very high priority. Urgent. And what are we missing in order to get more construction parts? Oh, we don't have any wood. Okay, let's delete. Get those trees out of there. Please, and thank you. Where are you, tree cutter? Come on over here. Come on, buddy. What's the problem? Recover. We're still not at where we can access limestone. Can you guys? Yeah, there you go. All right, he's harvesting. I might need to delete that and that so that he can access these trees. So that's fine. What else do we need here? We need to get some diesel over here, which we're not doing because we're still full of wastewater here. This needs to be also set to priority. Okay, so we'll need to trade again for quick trade. Wood for concrete, or actually, let's do iron for concrete so we can get some construction parts. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then we'll need to produce rubber out here. So it makes sense for us to get this area flattened out. And now we're at a crossroads again because we have no diesel. But we have no diesel because we can't get rid of this, right? Which is not that big of an issue. We just need to get this thing built. So we need 10 construction parts. Let's make you urgent. Oh man, no fuel is the bane of our existence. I need to get, perhaps, we can't get another fuel loan. So what I need is construction parts. So I'm going to get a construction parts loan. Because if we don't, we're going to die. Construction parts, loans, here. We'll get 100. which will then allow us to build this infrastructure here, because with this, we should be all set. Oh, this one too. Come on. And we'll set that. Why is that not moving? Oh, because this needs to go that way, and this can be deleted. There you go. Come get your fuel, buddies. There you go. Okay, now I do think maybe I should build this out. Because if we have... We're not getting coal here, why not? We should have coal over here, right? Plenty of it. Does it need to go into a storage? Probably. Probably. Let's do that. And then let's also do this for iron. Yeah, that solves our problems. Also, we are running low on power because this is 800 kilowatts and we're not producing anything. Why? Probably because we're out of fuel. Okay, hey, look, at least we're making some diesel here. We'll be able to make some more once we get some more construction parts, which we have 20 of right now. So we're halfway there. We ran into a little bit of an issue with our recording here, but I managed to pick things back up. I also made sure that we did something really quickly. I went into settings and miscellaneous, and our autosave interval is now every 3 minutes instead of every 15 minutes, just in case we have another crash here. We don't lose out on too much progress, which is what happened. Now, I managed to recover. We're back at where we were. We have now a diesel production, very nice. And we are now doing some more excavating at this here. We are looking to maybe move these guys over to terraforming our mountain scape out here, because I think we need to really get up here and access this. We haven't researched forestry. We need to do that because we are all out of trees. We are very much all out of trees, and that's a big problem. Also, I should probably stop this production here. I should not be consuming our trees for coal because that's no longer necessary. We are not doing any research. I do want to get tree planting set up, and I want to get edicts, vegetable farm, settlement, advanced logistic controls, conveyor lifts, transport balancing, retaining walls, and custom surfaces. We're queuing up all that stuff. Okay. All right. So next order of business is we need to get these guys. Our terraforming crew is now going to be working over here because we need to get up onto that mountain. Hopefully we can do that pretty quickly with all these excavators. And we'll see which side we can get up faster. We can either get some material from here, fill this in, and try and get up here this way, or we can just go up here. If the excavators can get through this quickly, I think we should be fine. Okay. All right. Let's head on over here, my excavating friends. You guys are no longer needed on this side of the island. We'll be producing a lot of oil now. Oh, we can't do quick build on these oil pumps, unfortunately, which is okay for now. That's fine. All right. So we are producing diesel over here. I'm thinking maybe we can just get our generators instead of doing generators over here. We could do them all the way out there instead. We are going to go into our more power production situation in a bit. We're going to be doing better in that aspect. I think that is the way to go. Yeah, not enough fuel to refuel vehicles. Okay. All right. Do we have vehicles here? Yeah, they can come here and refuel. So what's the big issue? What's the big problem? What are you guys doing over here? Why aren't you guys coming up here to do the stuff? Oh, this thing is killing me, man. It really is. Dumping designation. We had fixed it, but now it's all broken again. Let's go with this leveling stuff, right? Let's go with this to there, which will then allow us to fill this in like so. And then that means that we need to do this edit area and include that little piece right there, right? Yeah, unpause. All right, let's get to work. Come on, guys. 3 excavators, a bunch of trucks. We should be able to handle that, no problem. A small excavator has no fuel. All right, this guy's over there struggling because we no longer have access to that area, right? Which is fine. Let's just make sure that we get things done over here. Oh, come on. Where are you going? Why are you going there? What is such a waste of fuel, guys? Come on. Yeah, I mean, I'm really wondering if I should just go straight through this junk over here, right? What's the leveling designation here? Mm, yeah, I mean, why not, right? Let's just do that right there. Let's not hurt ourselves again, right? Now, we're going to climb up here. We're going to go this way. I think that's the easiest way to get up there. And as far as designations over here, this guy has things to do, right? He can still come over here and we can do the things. That needs filling. All right, so how about we do this? Oops. All right, we're going to level here and then we're going to go down into here and then all of this gets filled in, right? Like so that we can access the thing. All right. Good. Okay. How are we doing? I mean, doing all of this just kind of makes me want to do this. So from here, we can do up, 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 up. Oh my God, that is really far up. Yeah, that is a lot of material. So it's not really beneficial to us to do that. Okay, unpause that. We'll let these guys do their thing. Can we stop here? All right. All right. These guys are moving really quickly now, which is nice. And then hopefully we'll get up there sooner rather than later. Where are we in terms of our fuel? Very nice. Doing well here. These guys aren't built yet because we are missing concrete, right? We need concrete. In order to get concrete, we need to get trading done because we don't have, oh my God. Can we make this a high priority? Let's pay back our little buffers here. And let's also make this high priority. Let's take out our loan. No, not a loan. Quick trade. We're going to trade some iron for some concrete. That's going to get us to where we need to be in terms of construction parts. Because we don't have access to limestone yet. So that's still a huge, huge problem. All right. Yeah, so we ran into a situation earlier where I had to remove the housing plans, right? Because we could not build it because of the trees that were there. And so let's put back our farms here so that we don't run into any issues. How are we doing for potatoes? Do we need another farm? Do we need an extra farm or are we good on food? It looks like we're good on food. Yeah, we might be fine on food still, which is good. How's everything in terms of construction here? Okay, perfect. Now I am going to end the stream here. We are doing pretty good. I'm thinking about, let's see, can I make this higher priority here? Can I get more fuel here, please? Can I make this a 5? Make sure that we get diesel here. Make sure that this is working at all times. And then we should be okay. Yeah, I am going to end the episode here. So if you guys enjoyed the episode and you want to continue watching this series unfold, please do hit that subscribe button, drop me a comment, and don't forget to like the video so whenever I do post another video, you can be notified there. Hit that notification bell too. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.